Hello learners, welcome to the video lesson 27, The Parrot Who Wouldn't Talk by celebrated writer Ruskin Bond of secondary level. Most of us are familiar with pets, some of us even own one. It can be a dog, a cat, a goldfish or a bird, though illegal to keep one. In the rural areas, it can be a lamb or a favorite calf. The relationship of humans with domesticated animals has been going on for a long period. Some people keep pets because they are genuine animal lovers. For them, the pet is an extension of their friend circle and loved ones. Some keep pets because it is fashionable, or in some cases, it is a status symbol. For such people, a pet is just a possession without any feelings, emotions, or a personality of its own. Students, today we are going to read a story about a parrot who wouldn't talk. Now let me tell something about the author. Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May 1934. He is an Indian author of British descent. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992. He has also been awarded Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. You all may be familiar with some of his stories, based on which a serial, Ek Tha Rusty, was telecasted on Doordarshan. The national award-winning children's film, The Blue Umbrella, is also based on the story by Ruskin Bond. Most of the stories of Ruskin Bond are written from the perspective of a young child. That means the narrator of the story is a child. He tells the story, comments on other characters' actions and reactions, and brings the plot to the climax. Before starting with the present story, let's discuss the objectives we hope to achieve after this session. First, read and enjoy a humorous story, use models, use present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous tense. Second, write a short paragraph describing a person. Analyze a situation critically in order to make a decision, identify rhyming words, make requests, give orders and instructions, summarize a text, relate to the feelings and recognize the needs of a pet, infer the role of humor in conveying a message, and in the end, enhance your vocabulary. The story depicts a lady who keeps a pet parrot because everybody else is also having one. After finding no success in teaching it to talk, she loses interest in it. When the frightened bird attacks her, she starts shouting insults at it. The young narrator feeds the parrot diligently with love and delicacies and even helps it to escape. The parrot comes back to the same garden, accepts food from the boy and shouts insult to Aunt Ruby, which it had learned from her only. Now let us discuss the story in parts. Read part 1 of the story again from You Are No Beauty to And Other Nasty Comments. Aunt Ruby buys a parrot and tries to teach it to speak. The parrot has taken a dislike to her and refuses to utter a single word. Her attitude is not sympathetic. She wishes to impose her will on the bird. The author's grandparents are not in favor of keeping birds in cages, but they also give in to the tantrums of Aunt Ruby. One day, she puts her face very close to the cage. The parrot knocks off her specs. Aunt Ruby gets very angry and starts making faces and calling names to the bird. This section gives an idea about the nature of Aunt Ruby. She has a strong will, no patience, and gets very angry very fast. Let us see if you can answer a few simple questions. Where was the cage of the parrot kept? Of course, you all know that the cage of the parrot was kept in the veranda, all alone, from where it could see the garden and find other birds flying around. Next question is, why did Aunt Ruby become hostile towards the parrot? You have just read that Aunt Ruby, when she was trying to kiss the parrot got frightened and angry also, and it just lunged at it and just threw her specs off. Now let us read the next part of the story, starting from It fell upon me to The parrot had learned to talk after all. After Aunt Ruby's hostility, the young 10-year-old narrator starts looking after the parrot. A tender relationship develops between them. He feeds the parrot the things that he himself likes. He empathizes with the parrot and can understand how it feels. One day when no one is around, he leaves the door of the cage open and helps the parrot escape. Do you think it was the right thing to do? Yes, of course, the boy made a decision on his own because he noticed the parrot was unhappy. And we can see the immature behavior Aunt Ruby again, as she wants to buy another bird that she can teach to talk. After a few days, the parrot returns and shouts the same unkind words to her that she used to say to him. Thus, Aunt Ruby gets what she deserved. Why did the parrot not learn to talk when Aunt Ruby wanted it to? Can you answer this question? If you can answer this question, that means you have understood the theme of the story. The parrot did not speak when Aunt Ruby wanted him to speak was because she was unkind to it. Summary of the story, we can reiterate. The Parrot Who Wouldn't Talk is a humorous story by the well-known author Ruskin Bond. It is set in the pre-independence era when most people kept a parrot as a pet. Aunt Ruby, the author's aunt, buys a parrot and keeps it in a cage. She tries to teach the parrot to talk. Once the parrot knocks her spectacles off, Aunt Ruby is annoyed and says nasty things to the parrot. From then on, the author, who was a young boy at that time, feeds the parrot. One day, he purposely leaves the cage door open and the parrot flies away. A few days later, it comes back, sits on the branch of a tree, looks expectantly towards the boy waiting to be fed. But when it sees Aunt Ruby, it shrieks and says the same nasty things that she had said to it. And what were those things? You are no beauty, you are no beauty, you can't talk, you can't sing, you can't dance. Aunt Ruby feels embarrassed and finally the parrot learns to talk after all. Points to consider in the story are: one should keep pets only if one has real love and affection for them. Pets also have feelings and emotions. They too understand real affection and respond accordingly. Aunt Ruby bought a parrot only because she wanted to teach it to talk. The parrot did not respond to her authoritative manner and never repeated a single word. Frightened by her closeness, he knocked off her spectacles. Aunt Ruby started disliking the parrot after that incident. She passed nasty comments such as you are no beauty, can't sing, can't dance, can't talk, and made faces at it. The 10-year-old nephew looked after the parrot henceforth, feeding it with what he himself liked. The parrot understood real affection and responded accordingly. The door of the cage was left open on purpose by the young boy and the parrot flew away. This action had silent support of his grandfather. Aunt Ruby, a stubborn person, wanted to buy another bird as she had to fulfill her desire to teach a parrot to talk, though she was not given permission for it by her father. The parrot came back to sit on the branch of it in the garden, maybe to thank the person who had given it freedom. It even accepted a half-eaten mango from the boy. Aunt Ruby thought that it must have missed her, but the parrot shouted the same insults at her what she used to say to it. The parrot learned to imitate what was spoken to it. The important lesson we learn from this story is that love and affection can win over anyone. Authority without care will not produce desired results. Another lesson we learn is that we should be kind to our pets, empathize towards them because they depend on us. Nobody likes captivity and pets too have feelings. Let's discuss some vocabulary. You must have read in the story, sometimes it is called parrot and sometimes it is called parakeet. Actually, parakeet is a type of parrot, so it is okay if we call a parrot a parakeet or a parakeet a parrot. Another word used here is unfortunate. Unfortunate means unlucky. Here, unfortunate is used for the parrot who has been put in a cage, his freedom has been curtailed. Mimic is another word. Mimic means imitate the sounds without understanding them. Another word used is tantrum, that is the outburst of anger which is used in context with Aunt Ruby. When she does not get her way, she throws tantrums. Her style is unfriendly and that is used by Aunt Ruby when she is not friendly at all with the parrot. Making faces, showing dislike, and winging its way, flying away. This expression is used for the parrot when it fights its freedom. Let's do some grammar. First thing to do is modals. Modals are special type of auxiliary or helping verbs that are used with the main verb to make the sentence more meaningful. They are used to make request, offers or suggestions, seek permission, indicate possibility, express ability or certainty, express willingness, promise, intention or moral obligation or duty. Common modal verbs are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to. Need and dare can also be used as modals. Now, let us have a look at the uses of modals. May I borrow your notebook? May here is used for seeking permission. Could you hold it for a moment? Polite request. We ought to respect our parents. Ought to is used for moral obligation. It may rain today, expressing possibility. I will call you as soon as I reach home. It's a promise. How dare you insult me? Negative interrogative sense. I can speak German, showing ability. Points to remember are modals are not used alone, they are always used with the main verb that follows them. Modals do not take s with the third person singular, they have no ing or ed form. We use not to make them negative. There is an exercise, I hope you will be able to do it. Fill in the blanks using the modals given in the box. Should I make you some coffee? May I borrow your notebook? You must not disturb the sleeping baby. Beggars can't be choosers. I would like to meet your parents. Mohan can run faster than Sohan. Rani ought to have done better in the exam. May God bless you. Now, let us see the tenses. Past perfect continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense. These are the two tenses where the children find most difficulty. The present perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began in the past and still continuing, that has already taken place but whose effect is still there. It is written as has/have plus been plus verb plus ing. For example, they have been working since morning. The past perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began before a point in the past and continued up to that time. It is written as had been plus verb plus ing. For example, the students had been writing the essay for an hour before they were asked to stop by the teacher. Let us write. If you are asked to describe someone, you can describe his or her personality traits, likes or dislikes, or behavior along with physical appearance. For example, we can write a brief description of Aunt Ruby taking hints from the story we have read. Aunt Ruby is a middle-aged woman who lives with her old parents and a young nephew. She is a willful woman who always wants to have her own way. Her family is afraid of her tantrums, so they let her do what she wants. Against the wishes of her father, she buys a parrot as she wants to teach it to talk. She doesn't care for the parrot much when it refuses to learn to talk. Rather, she turns nasty and starts calling it names and makes faces at it. She has no patience and gets angry very fast. She is disagreeable and unpleasant person, that is why even her parrot does not like her and maybe insults her. Now try to work out the exercises given in your notebook on your own. I hope you have understood the story and have been able to infer the important issues raised in the story. So, bye for now. Best of luck. Thank you.